Hello, you're watching Get Lifted TV, the debate show. My name is Nathan Devonte.
I'm Jen Wakefield.
And I'm Lewis Daniel.
And we're here to talk about the career of Ciara.
As we said earlier, I was chatting to you about it and I said, oh my God, Ciara's a dancer, that she's the most incredible dancer. And for me, she's one of the top female dancers in music over the last, say, 20 years, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought of Goodies and how great and raw she looked in that, with her hair looking all choppy.
Yeah.
She looked quite authentic, and you're like, yeah, this is like a proper like American girl.
Yeah.
And she was bringing the vibes of where she came from. She was connected with it, and maybe that's why it was so strong. And then as she goes along, obviously I remember pop-out performances, mainly with Missy Elliott, like the Work video is actually probably one of my favourite dance videos as well. It would be my top 20. If I could formulate 20, I don't know where it would be, but it'd be somewhere in there. When she was doing that kind of low down dancing with her like hands, with all those women at that desert setting.
And
then she was doing like all those kind of movements with her legs, you know, almost like Jamaican dance hall-y style moves into her track. And her like a boy thing, you know, for me, they're things that were a bit brave for Ciara, that I was like, yes, and I remember her for those. But what else do I remember Ciara for?
I mean, over the last 2 years, she's become a mother. She had a child for Future. She's now engaged to Russell Wilson, American
this is the
footballer,
next
and she's working on her 7th studio album. She's done a Jackie tour. I mean, why did her last album only sell 19,000 copies in the first week?
Is she being relevant? Is she still relevant now?
Well, you know, the lead single, I Bet, it went platinum, so she is relevant for music. However, amongst her 10 million Instagram followers, only 19,000 chose to buy the album.
Yeah, exactly. But what is it then that you think isn't happening with Ciara?
I just feel that people are invested into the way how she looks, and as a brand, she's still got a lot going for her. As we all know that she is an amazing dancer, she looks great in terms of fashion, and she's done a lot, and but I don't know, other than dancing, other than performing, I don't know how innovative she is, how influential she is to creating something new for people to follow. You know? And people are in love with her love. And people will follow that. You know, people love black love because there's not a lot of it out there. So, you know, you know, I feel that, you know, she's with this new guy, and people are speaking more about their relationship than they are about her last. You know, she had a video come out in August, Dance Like You're Making Love. Did any of you watch that?
No.
And she said it was one of her best music videos that she's ever done. You know, so
but that's because probably what makes her feel as a person, as an artist. But that's quite a thing, quite an interesting thing that I've been trying to look at recently is, you know, sometimes what you feel about something isn't then what translates to your audience. You know, so you might feel that because she's come to this developmental place in her life and her journey, maybe even personally, you know, if she's in love, she's getting into this relationship, she might feel really good inside in a different way to how she's felt before if she's been working hard in her career. So she might feel amazing right now. But what's going on in terms of her audience picking that up is not translating, which is why artists do need a lot of respect, because when artists get it right, it's not just, I'm just being true to myself. It's not just that. It's like, yes, you're being true to yourself, but look at all the hard work you've had to put into making that work as a brand, as something sellable, as something that people can connect to, I think.
I feel that with I Bet, it went platinum, so we have to give her respect for that. That single, the song, she spoke about her breakup and the betrayal of her relationship with Future because he cheated on her, you know, and you know, it's I Bet You Stop Loving Me, blah blah blah. You know, and I feel that people connected with that because she was being raw, you know, rawish and open-ish. I feel that she needs to dig deeper.
That's what I was going to say. She's a bit shallow as an artist, and I think artists these days have a lot of depth. We're in that era. We're not in the like 90s where it's just manufactured.
And that was acceptable.
Like in even like boy groups and girl groups, not all of them could sing and things like that. Like we want realness, we want depth. Even in like movies, like you watch like the Batman movies in the 90s, and you watch them now with Christopher Nolan putting his input, it's all very realistic and gritty, and that's reflected in all art, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe she needs a documentary. No, I'm being real, because
that's the answer.
We're in the day and age of reality TV.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, people know what people are watching, the beings and the shows where behind. You know how before we used to have the music videos and then he used to have the behind the scenes of the music. But now we have like being Erica Campbell, being the artist,
but the fact
and that's that moment where you sit down with them and you find out what they're like, what they really are.
Yeah, but then
a lot of people don't know who Ciara actually is.
I'll just be like, oh great, she's got a reality series, so I'll put her in that cheap category. Like, oh, there's another one. Yeah, I do think that would happen.
I said documentary. I didn't say reality.
Okay,
series.
so no, all right. Yeah, but you're sorry, when you talked about the reality genre, right? Okay, yeah, documentary. Maybe that's a bit more respectable. I guess the only thing about the thing with reality is that I was starting to think of a series, right? Imagine if there was a series made about her. How would that change from a documentary?
If you're the executive producer of the show, like many of the shows that the ones that I actually watch, reality shows, normally the people who I'm watching within it, they're one of the executive producers. So you're in control of how people are going to see you. What part of are they going to focus on? So that there are some good reality shows that primarily focus on the music, and then you've got the ratchet ones or the silly ones. I feel that a lot of people are disconnected from her because they don't really know who she is today. I knew, when I mentioned her at the beginning of the video, you said goodies.
Yeah. Goodies, yeah, straight away. Yeah. And dancer. And that's the other thing with I Bet. I liked I Bet. I liked was that the video where she had the ballet dance, right? And I thought, this is nice because she's showing another discipline and it is dance. But, so, she didn't want to let go of that. But she hasn't smashed it for me with another kind of work or goodies or something which shows that style. Look at the choreography that's coming out lately with certain artists. I was going to mention the B word. I was like, we worship Beyonce so much, but look at what can happen through choreography and the power of dance. And she's someone who could use that. She could use that talent. That's what she's. When I look at her, I think she was pioneering in that area.
The problem when you're so good of a dancer is that people just expect more and more and more. Yeah. Somebody like Rihanna, when she first came out, she weren't dancing. She was on the replay. But now she's proper like doing movement. Whereas Ciara, she's been doing movement from the beginning. So it's like we just expecting more and more from her. And I feel like dancing doesn't need to be her focal point.
I disagree. Now. I think that's something that was a huge part of her and has been a huge part of her success.
And I disagree with that. Because her vocals isn't like amazing, but like without the dance, she needs the dance to go with.
Janet Jackson is also an amazing dancer. She's somebody who's very similar to Ciara, and Janet Jackson does not always dance.
Yeah, but what do you remember Janet Jackson for? A lot of the time.
Rhythm Nation.
Exactly, and look at the dance in Rhythm Nation.
Yes, but still, the versatility is key, and
but she's not winning it on the versatility because
I don't feel she's being versatile.
That's it. She's not showing that other side, and her. When I think of her in my head, I'm like, I don't remember. She's not memorable for all those other things. There's other people doing that authenticity and doing those ballads a lot better than she can do it.
Okay, so how do we see Ciaras Future? Because she's working on her best studio album yet, her 7th album. So are we saying that she should follow it through, or should she just have another baby?
No, definitely. No, I support Ciara. I want her to do well. I want all women to do well in industry. I'm not. From the point of view, I don't want to be someone who goes who then. Like Wendy Willams and sort of says has them on their show and then disses them. I'm not like that actually, and I want to support a fellow female in doing what she does and do what she does best. However, what I feel she does best is she should bring us some of that art that she can do really well. She was gifted and born with this talent as a dancer. When you're born with something, I'm not saying you should have to do it if it's not your passion, but she's made a lot of money from being that brand. That's a big part of her brand. She shouldn't ignore that, and that's what she's good at, So I'd like to see more of that.
But she is dancing though. In her last 2 music videos, she was heavily dancing.
But she's not as pioneering, in it.
Oh, so you're just saying she needs to be more.
She needs to mix it up. Yeah, innovative. Yeah.
More progressive.
Yeah, maybe more progressive. Yeah.
So what about lyrical content? Do we want more from that? Because I definitely want more. I want to know more about her feelings.
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah, dig deeper.
Yeah, like you
you
said,
have to.
Less of the sexual stuff all the time. It's not all about sex, is it?
Not every day.
And maybe it will change. Her story's changing. You know, when she's getting married, she's in a relationship. You know, she might have been a lot of the journey with the celibacy thing. You know, she's been celibate for so long. Maybe she's been on a personal journey, and she might have to want to talk about that spiritual level. I don't know. But anyway, we want to know what you think. So please like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and let us know what your opinion is on Ciara. You know,
and her career.
Yeah, and her career.
Yeah, we really want to know.
The way